or tear or tangle, it might be one of your best buys you've ever purchased here from HSN. And in fact, for $59.95, you're getting a brand new today's special price, which means 1 day and 1 day only. You can get $30 off the price. And we actually put that hose through a few serious tests because we want you to know your hose will be built to last. In fact, you're gonna get 100 feet of hose. All you do is pick your fun color choice. In fact, we are giving you a choice of colors that maybe you've never seen in a garden hose, but we're HSN. We like to have a little fun even in the outdoor set. You can choose from the purple. We also have it for you in the green. This one's called the teal, and we have red, blue, and black. And that is just that fun adjustable plastic spray nozzle so you can get the perfect spray of water every single time. Well, I want to welcome in Lorna Coe, who's back from Belmont Gardens. Mwah, mwah, all the way from across the pond. She's bringing us the best of the best. She's a vice president, so she knows a thing or two about those outdoor garden hoses. This is not like your typical garden hose.
Absolutely not. This is the garden hose reinvented. It is basically taking a garden hose and it is turning it into a stainless steel super hose. Feel the weight of this. You've got 100 feet of hose.
Wow.
Not only is it so strong, so flexible, look at this. It is also puncture resistant, it is rust resistant, it's corrosion resistant, it's tear resistant, and unlike the hoses we're so familiar with, it is light as a feather, it glides through anything. It's gonna make watering your plants, cleaning your car, it's gonna make your life so much easier. And I just want to show you, we are all used to this kind of hose. Yeah. They're heavy, they're cumbersome, they crack, and once you get a kink in a hose like this, it's like an elephant. It never forgets the kink. You're not gonna get that go away, and you have to throw away your hose. And you might think, okay, what about the fabric hoses? They tear and they pop and they knot. Now, talking of knots, I want to show you something a bit special. So behind us, if you don't mind giving me a hand. Sure. We tied one of the 100-foot hoses into 62 knots. To show you, this is this is a patented design. It is truly knot proof, okay? So
how long did this take you?
This took us a long time. I've got backache. So I want to pull it first of all. I want to show you, okay? We have got the knots in here. But what does that mean? It means you are not going to lose any pressure. You've got that adjustable nozzle. Look at the pressure coming out of this hose. But then, with 2 fingers, I can turn it down to a fine mist. So if I want to water my plants, I want to give a gentle spray, clean the dog, I can do so. You are not losing any pressure.
Wait, so this is... That water went through 60 individual knots.
62 knots.
Of this hose.
Look at that, okay? So imagine trying to do that with a rubber hose or a fabric hose. And look at this. Listen to the power of that nozzle. The nozzle comes with it, don't forget. And because it's twist on, twist off, I've just used 2 fingers, Sarah. So if you've got arthritis, you've got dexterity issues, if you're older, this is so easy to use. I'm gonna put this one back over here. Okay. We've just shown now that it is not free, it is very easy to use, very lightweight. But we've shown it's flexible, we've shown it's light. I wanna show you how tough this hose is. Okay. Now, this gets a bit dangerous, so I'm gonna actually put some gloves on, okay? And I want to show you our post of death is what we're calling it. Now, this is extreme, but what we've done is replicate what you might have in your yard at home. So you might have barbed wire, you might have rusty screws, you might have that rose bush where you tell the grandchildren, keep away from the rose bush, those thorns are dangerous. So we have replicated that here for you to show you, yes, it's flexible, but look at this, okay? This is tough, strong, okay? It can take whatever you throw at it. Now this hose is not just going to go through the post of death, Sarah. It's going to now go into the jaws of death, okay? Wow. So I wanted to show you, we've put it through the paces there. Now, are you ready? We have got a bed of stainless steel nails, and I want to show you nothing gets in the way of this hose, okay? So I'm gonna give it a good attack here. If you look carefully, it's even pushing those stainless steel nails. They're popping out of the wood because the hose is stronger. And this poor hose, I'm putting it to the test. I want to show you what happens with scissors. Now this is an extreme example, but if you're in the garden, you know, and you catch something like a thorn, you can easily cut and tear your hoses. And then, or
Right.
lawnmower, anything. You know, the dog might chew it.
Sure, the weed whackers and
Absolutely.
you name it.
Once you've done this, that hose goes in the trash. It is a waste of money. We're saying the metal garden hose is the hose, last hose you need to buy. Just choose your color. So now watch, I'm gonna do the scissors again on here. Now if you look, the steel is so strong. It's 304 grade stainless steel. It is actually not going to do anything. And you ready? I wanna show you. It's gone through the post of death, the jaws of death, the scissors. Look at this.
Lost any water pressure, and it's completely adjustable. That spray nozzle. All you do is pick your color of the nozzle, and you're getting in on our today's special. It's only one day at this price, but check this out. It's UV resistant. That means it's going to stay cool in the sun. It won't burn your hands. It's corrosion resistant, which means it won't rust and deteriorate over time. Here are those fun colors to choose from. We have the black, we have the blue, we have the red, we have the teal, we have the green, and we have the red. By the way, it is a standard fitting, right, Miss Lorna? So if you want to hook two hoses together, you can, or you can attach it to any of your garden implements.
And you may see other hoses out there, and you might think, hang on, they look the same. They're on the internet, they're in the big stores. They look shiny, surely it's the same. With this, I want to show you how the flow on the Belmont garden hose, if you look here, I'm going to turn on the water. Now, if you watch, we're filling up our tanks. This could be your bucket of water. This could be cleaning your car. You want to get the maximum flow from your garden hose. Look how much quicker the Belmont hose is actually filling up this container. So this could be used, saving all that time, all that effort, because hoses look the same.
Wait a minute, this is the competitors?
This is the competitor.
And it's maybe only running at half the water pressure.
Half the speed. So if you want to fill up with pressure like this, by getting the Belmont garden hose that was invented by Aubrey Yeiser, the company owner, John Yeiser's daughter, came up with this idea, and we just saw it also remains cooler to the touch than other hoses as well. So it doesn't get hot. Now, that's the other thing. It's really important to say.
Yeah, it doesn't get hot in the sun, and that means your water stays cool. Now, I want you to take a look at what are the competitors doing?
We've all been there. You've got your hose, you pull it too hard, and it snaps and pops off the faucet. And again, what a waste of time and money. With the metal garden hose, it's patented. It's got a billet aluminium coupler that means it's not going to pop, it's not going to snap, it's going to just go around. It's flexible, it's tough, it is strong, lightweight, and as I mentioned, remains cool to the touch. Now, what have I got here? I've got a stainless steel garden hose, and you can see here, it's going to go on that heat lamp. Immediately, you can see the temperature is rising on the other hose. Why? Because it absorbs heat. Whereas our hose, okay, our hose is going to bounce off those sun rays. So if you've got a hot sunny day, don't worry. You can pick up the hose. The kids can pick up the hose because it's actually going to stay cooler to the touch.
It's so important that if you're even considering our today's special, you jump right in. You can order online at hsn.com. You can place your order also over the phone. We'll take your calls. Not only is it $30 off our regular price, that's just for today and today only. You can also space out your payments interest-free with Flex Pays, and those are $14.99. So less than $15 a month. There's also an extra Flex Pay available if you have the HSN credit card. And what is summer without a garden hose? If you own a home, you need a hose, right? I mean, hands down, that's probably the most important tool, whether you're watering the flower beds, whether you're watering the vegetable garden, whether you're washing the dog or hooking up the sprinkler for the kids. Look at this. It actually moves like a snake. It has that wonderful slinky appearance to it because it's fluid. There's actually less friction to the ground. You can't kink it, you can't knot it, you can't tear it, you can't tangle it. So if you're tired of wrestling with those heavy, bulky garden hoses, this is the time to place your order and get in. I know they'll go fast. 100 feet, by the way, is a lot of hose. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, Lorna, isn't the average garden hose about 50 feet in length?
This is a supercharged hose.
This is like double the size.
We say it's the last hose you need to buy because it is that robust, that strong. But look what I'm doing here. I'm actually putting on a standard hose reel. I am winding up not only 100 foot, you'll see in a minute, I'm going to do 200 feet. So easily. Imagine trying to do this with an old-fashioned rubber hose. It's nigh on impossible. With this, it's like silk. It is so easy to roll up. And it has generic fittings, so you can attach more than one together. So if you are lucky enough to have a bigger yard, you can have 2, you can have 3, you can have 4. And again, if you watch, imagine at the end of the day, you want to put your hose away quickly. You don't want to be out there, you know, backache, dirty, heavy garden hose. They crack, they kink, they knot. With a metal garden hose, because it's 304 grade stainless steel, you're not going to get any issues. Look at that. I'm just going to snake it up.
You can't even kink it if you try.
Kink it. That's 200 feet in minutes.
You would never get 200 feet of hose on that same hose reel with that ease of use.
And I'm holding these because I want to show you. You may think, hang on a minute, will it work with my existing sprinklers, my existing nozzles? If you don't want to use a nozzle that comes with it, yes, it will. It's got generic fittings. This will fit into your yard, into your life so easily.
Look at that.
I mean, look at you.
This is 200 feet of hose. Yeah. And you know what? It's really hard to hold up a heavy hose if you're watering flower boxes or if you have some of those hanging plants and you have to hold the garden hose above your head. This is the whole thing. You're only going to hold up a foot or 2 and you get 100 feet. I want to remind you about our colors. Brand new today. And I have to say, it's the first time I've ever seen a hose in fashion colors. By the way, if you want purple, it is one of the most limited, as well as the green. So if you're loving purple and green, lock that in now. A lot of you are getting more than one because you can connect them together. Or remember, front yard, backyard, side yard, vacation home, rental home, RV, boat, car. You also have the teal, we have the red, we have the blue, and we have the black. And with the less than $15 a month on those interest-free flexible payments, you can make sure that you never have to buy another garden hose again. I think it seems like almost every year or two we're replacing those old green garden hoses. I tend to drive over them in the driveway.
And they get ruined. Absolutely.
My dog chews on them. Absolutely. I can't tell you how many times that's happened.
And what we like to say is, you don't want to get kinky, you want to get slinky. So with a metal garden hose, you are going to get slinky in the yard. You're going to make watering so easy. And I want to show you, I mean, if you have a hose like this, they tend to kink. And as I said, like an elephant, they never forget that kink. Once it's kinked, it is ruined. And the fabric hoses tend to pop, they tend to knot, they tend to tear. But we've shown how lightweight and flexible the metal garden hose is. I've got to put my gloves back on because we're going for the danger.
We're going to the torture chamber.
I mean,
when we test a product here at HSN, you notice we don't mess around. We're gonna put it through literally a bed of nails and a fence post that's surrounded in barbed wire.
This is extreme, but in your yard, you might have that rusty gate. You might have that barbed wire you've never got round to getting rid of. You might have that rose bush that you always say to the kids, keep away from, it's got those thorns. This is showing you how strong, how puncture resistant, how tear resistant, how pop resistant. But watch, it's not only gone through the post of death, I'm going to put it through the jaws of death as well. Stainless steel nails, I've put it in there. Don't do this at home. Watch this. I'm going to give it a good battering. And then if you come in, you see it's pushing those stainless steel nails out of the way. It's stronger than the nails. And I want to show you, if you actually get a normal rubber hose and it comes across something, you can easily tear and break them, and they get a puncture. That means it goes in the trash. That hose is done. So look at this.
Look at that.
The scissors are being bent out of the way. And I want to show you, you can see it's just gone through post of death, jaws of death, a pair of scissors.
Okay, it's not still going to have any running water go through that hose.
Look at that.
Wow, check that out.
But if I've got something more gentle, like watering the flowers, cleaning the dog, with 2 fingers, I can then turn it off. And then I want to say, in England, we have a saying, all that glitters isn't gold, okay? And what does that mean? You see other hoses like this, you think, it must be the same. They're all shiny, they look good. As is 304 grade stainless steel. That means it is rust-proof and corrosion resistant. This is our hose here, you can see it. This is a competitor hose, and this genuinely happens if you leave out the competitors. They can rust, they can corrode, and again, that's a waste of money. This is why the patented metal garden hose has got Spira Shield technology. It's got that adjustable nozzle. 2 fingers you can use to go from a jet spray all the way down to a gentle spray. And you can see those billet aluminum couplers mean it's not going to snap off at the faucet or the tap. It's going to bend with you. And it's got an amazing range of colors. I have never seen a hose pipe with colors like this. And very quickly, I want to do my knots again.
Okay.
Because we've talked about how hoses, they say they're knot-free, they're kink-free, they're kink-resistant.
I'll help you out.
Thank you. We have truly made this into a knotty mess. So knotty but nice. So you can see here, 62 knots. I'm going to give it a big pull so you can see there. Look at this. With all those knots, I have
You still have all the water pressure.
Amazing pressure that I can clean my car, I can clean my yard, I can clean my RV. But if I want to water the plants, water the lawn, give your lawn an amazing water, and then with 2 fingers, I've turned that off. And don't forget, this works with generic sprinklers, nozzles, you name it. It works with what you already have in your yard.
Okay, and that's exactly some of the questions we're getting. Now, thanks so much for hanging out with us. We are streaming live on HSN's Facebook page. Dean is here, Paul is here, Gloria's here, Greg is here, Susie's here. By the way, can you change out the nozzle head?
Absolutely.
Okay, and could you connect 2 hoses to each other?
Absolutely. You can see here.
Absolutely.
This is what we've just done, actually. You can see we just twisted them together. Okay, and you can connect as many as you want onto that hose. And you can see this is just a standard garden reel. And in seconds, instead of at the end of the day, you've got a heavy rubber hose, it's dirty, it might have cracked, kinked, it's really backbreaking. This, I mean, if I can do it, anyone can do it, Sarah. This is 200 foot of hose on one reel.
200 feet of hose. If you're bidding 2, remember the one that you're getting here today is our today's special. Lowest price we're going to offer is $30 off our regular price, just for one day only. Just for tonight and for 24 hours, as long as it lasts, we're giving you $30 off our regular price. I'll go through the colors one more time. If you want the purple, we have fewer than 800 now remaining in the purple. Then the teal and the green are the next 2 most limited choices. You could, again, do different colors. One for the front yard, one for the backyard, one for the home, one for the garden, one for the flower beds. Maybe you take one to the vacation home. Maybe you take one to the beach condo. Maybe you have some rental properties. Maybe you want to be able to wash the car or the boat or the RV. Maybe you want to take one with you when you go camping or when you go traveling. It's nice to have a hose like this in your boat or in your RV. Black, blue, and red are the most popular. Another question coming in is, can we hook this up to a water pressure? Because we also have another great water pressure coming up momentarily.
Do you know what? This is a dream for pressure washers. Use it as a feed into a pressure washer. It doesn't matter if it's going over gravel, barbed wire, rusty nails, rusty gates. Use it, enjoy it. And look at this, I've got 200 foot of hose. I'm not that strong, but look, I can hold 200 foot of hose on a reel. That means that's my life easier, quicker, and simpler. And look at this, knot after knot after knot. That is actually giving it a huge test, but it doesn't lose pressure. It doesn't lose its power. It is truly kink-free.
Can you do this with your garden hose? Hey, Lorna. Take the garden hose to the front yard. I mean, take the garden hose to the backyard, or maybe you're gonna catch. You know, 100 feet goes a long way. Let's just kind of think about this. This is 100 feet of hose. 100 feet is farther than home base to first plate. I mean, think about it. I mean, home plate to first base, it's over, that's what, 90 feet? This is 100 feet of hose. That's a long distance. So if you haven't been able to reach the vegetable garden or that flower bed or the bushes or the trees before, 100 feet is gonna get you there. Of course, if you buy 2, you can connect them together and you'll have 200 feet of hose. Maybe, you know, to get to where the driveway is or where you park your car or your boat, you can wash off the bikes, you know, give the dog a bath. I don't care what kind of hose it is. I know Lorna, my dog, is gonna go running when he sees any type of hose. He hates a bath, but there's no escaping the Belmont garden hose. Also, I wanna share with you, this is puncture resistant. We can't put a hole in it, even if we try with barbed wire, with scissors, with a bed of nails. It's corrosion resistant, which means it's not going to rust over time, or it's not going to have any sort of imperfections to the metal, because it is made of stainless steel. And let's talk about the water pressure, right? Serious water pressure.
2 fingers, I am connecting. Yeah, I am connecting my just 2 fingers, and I can go from a high jet pressure spray to a gentle mist. And I wanted to show you again. You might think, I've seen hoses like that out there on the internet, in the big stores. They all look the same, they're all shiny. There's so many differences with this hose. That's why we say the last hose you need to buy, and just choose a color. We've got 2 hoses here. We've got a different one to ours and then our one. And I want to show you the water pressure you get with the Belmont garden hose. It is incredible. So instead of waiting there for ages to fill your pail or bucket or to wash your car off, look at the difference of the flow from a competitor to ours.
And you know what? Some of you are saying, oh, I've shopped for the competitor. Actually, this is probably what you got. You got an inferior product.
Absolutely.
This is different. This is Belmont Gardens. They are famous for innovative garden products, and they are known for their quality. They've taken this concept and they've given it the most high quality components. Look at that water pressure.
I know.
You're not gonna,
it's incredible.
You're not gonna miss anything about those big,
it's
bulky garden houses.
Too much power.
You're not gonna miss those big, bulky garden hoses ever again. You're not gonna miss dragging those around. I mean, imagine how much easier it will be to get those summer chores done, to hook it up to a sprinkler, to hook it up to a water pressure.
And don't forget, Sarah, it stays cooler to the touch than other hoses. So it's gonna bounce the sunlight off. You can leave it in the yard all summer long. It's not gonna get hot to the touch. You can pick it up because it bounces off the sunlight. Look at this. That's what's happening. Traditional rubber hoses absorb UV rays. They get hot, they get really difficult to handle. This is also corrosion and rust resistant. Premium grade stainless steel. Last hose you need to buy, just choose your favorite color.
I mean, that's really the hardest decision you have to make. You know this is gonna make a big difference in your home. Every household needs a great hose. You're gonna love that you picked this up today. We have the red, we have the blue, we have the black, we have the teal, the green, and the purple. And yes, it's also available to leave out all winter long. This is the hose you never have to put away. It's the hose you've been waiting for. It's the last hose that you will ever need to buy, and you can get it here today as our today's special price, $30 off our regular price. Brought to our friends at Belmont Gardens. Lorna, good to see you, my friend.
I know. Good to see you.
Nice to have so many torture demos on set. That really made my night. Very Game of Thrones of you. I like it. We love violence in the studio. Okay, but the hose